Zero, in order for us to be able to optimize our health, we're going to ask a few questions. The first is, how fit are you? And you evaluate yourself in terms of fit, and you can give yourself a metric between 0 and 100, 100 being super fit and 0 being the worst, most unfit person in the world. So how fit are you? How fit would you rate yourself? How healthy are you? How flexible are you? How much energy have you? Now, you can add different things to this list, but what will help us is to answer the next question, which is, how well are you sleeping? How well are you sleeping? How much sleep do you get a night, and how good is the quality of sleep from your own subjective perspective? That's the first question. How much are you moving? And this isn't about just exercise. This is about, do you find yourself sitting for long periods of time through the day? Or do you get up and do you move around a bit? How much are you moving during the day? How much are you exercising? This is the normal sort of exercise, going for a run, going to boot camp, going to boxing, going to yoga, right? It's what is it that you're doing to exercise, and how often are you exercising? How much are you exercising, let's say, per week? How well are you eating is obviously important. And again, this is going to be probably a subjective response you give, but fundamentally we know when we're eating better than other times. And then how healthy are your habits overall? And this is to do with, like, do you smoke? Do you drink a lot? What is it that you might be doing that might be not very conducive towards your health? So what do you need to start doing in your health in order for you to be healthier, in order for you to be fitter, in order for you to be more energetic, in order for you to be more flexible? And the answer oftentimes is you need to sleep better. You need to eat better. You need to exercise more. You need to move more. You need to relax more. What is it you need to stop doing that you're currently doing? Are you smoking? Maybe that's the thing you need to stop, for instance. What is it you need to do more of, right? I'm exercising twice a week. Maybe you need to go to 3 or 4 times a week, maybe 5 times a week, right? Depending on your goals. What is it that you need to do less? Well, I have a pizza once a week. Well, okay. Do you need to have a pizza once a week? Could you have it every 2 weeks? Do it slightly less than you're doing it. We're not saying necessarily you have to cut it out. But again, what do you need to do better? So for example, maybe you run regularly. And this is something I learned myself is I'd run regularly, but eventually I was sort of plateauing. In other words, it wasn't really making me much fitter. And then I learned that when I push the distance a bit, or I push myself, or I do more sort of intervals during my run, that actually had really benefits. So when I built a bit of variety into it, when I was able to run better, that actually had positive ramifications on my overall health as well. And then what is it that you need to keep doing? Maybe you're sleeping like a log every night and you're killing it and you go to bed at 10 o'clock every night. Great. So if so, maybe that's what you need to keep doing.